In this video, we'll be looking at the overall architecture of the Rapid Response Project. In previous videos, we've talked specifically about this part of the architecture, namely the Google script, which was responsible for initiating the surveys, and the Google Sheets, which stores the participant's number. The Google script uses the information in the Google Sheets, like the number and the language, in order to send over the request to Twilio to initiate the survey with that participant. The Twilio API receives that request and initiates that survey with the participant using the Twilio Flow service. So here, the participant is receiving messages and responding to those messages. The Twilio Flow makes decisions about which question to follow up with based on the participant's response. And at certain points in this flow, Twilio will trigger one of the Twilio serverless functions that we've created. In the Rapid Response platform, there is always a function that runs at the end of the survey. That function collects the answers the participant provided during that survey, and it works to enter those into the Google Sheets so that we can record that data. It communicates with the Google Sheets API. It generates a unique token that authenticates that request, and then it's able to post that information into the Google Sheets so that we can view it and analyze it at a later time. So now that we've talked about the overall architecture, I just want to zero in on the different pieces here. On this side, we have a Google Sheet and we have a Google script. The only thing that this Google Sheet and the Google script are doing is starting the surveys. The sheet can live in a different account. It can be part of a different document than the sheet over here that's actually recording the data. Its sole responsibility is to store the information that is needed to actually initiate the survey. In the middle here, we're looking at the Twilio environment. So this consists of the flow that you've set up that stores the questions that you would like to ask your participants. While the execution is running, it involves the exchange between the participant and the Twilio platform. It has the function that is designed to get information from that flow during that execution and make requests to the Google Sheets API. Function can run at any point in the survey to collect any particular piece of data. And there's more information about where and how to use these functions in the documentation. This part of the architecture consists of the Google Sheets where you are storing your data, and then the Google Sheets API is what we're using to actually communicate with that Google Sheet and post that information into the Google Sheet. The token that we need to authenticate that request with the API is generated here inside the function, and once we have that, we are able to get information out of that Google Sheet and then post the information back into the Google Sheet.